My dear friends, once again, how are you today? I know I'm excited to be here today, but it's kind of a mixed feeling for me, because this gets to be the last time I'll preach here in this capacity, as a priest working here in the parish of Gander. It's been an incredible journey for me, and I believe also for you too. I remember the first time I came to this parish. I was just a student training to be a priest. I came to see Father Chukwu and Father Jesse, who were here. And I remember Father Chukwu getting me inside this church and just showing me around. I was like, it is such a quick little church. Hardly did I know that one time in the future I would get to minister here. And gee, has it been a blessing for me. Incredible blessing for me. You see, every time I get to come here to celebrate Mass, I'm filled with this kind of radiating joy. And I can't grasp it, I can't put my head around it. It's something so unique and beautiful. Like it fills me with sense of peace and calmness. I remember whenever I come here at night, I would just look out through the window and the whole place is just serenaded with peace and calmness. The trees dancing and the breeze blowing, and it's just beautiful. And then when I come here on Sunday to preach to you guys, to celebrate the Eucharist with you, your faces are filled with so much joy. And I don't want to go back, or I have to go. But see, for me, it's a journey that started in a very narrow, myopic way of, such a quaint little church. A journey that started from that moment and it began to expand, to grow, to become bigger and much beautiful and much complex and much intoxicating and much exciting. It keeps expanding like this. This journey is like the universe that keeps expanding from the point of singularity of the Big Bang. The universe keeps expanding, inflating and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and more complex. From that bang, get atoms, and atoms beget molecules and particles and cells and everything in between. It keeps becoming bigger and better. You see, when I think about this journey, I think about your own journey. I know when I came here, many of you didn't even know me. You're like, oh, Father Tom. And we all began a journey together. And I could sense in your heart, in your response, in your way of life, in your attitude, your faith, in your presence of mind when you come to Mass, there has been an expansion in your heart, an enlarging of your soul. Something has moved within you to shape you, to stretch you, to help you know, there is more that is happening in your life, and you want to be a part of it. There's something in you moving you to a whole future beyond yourself. That's what I've experienced in your life. In a way, you and I have taken a journey. A journey from a narrow way of seeing to an expansive way of seeing. A journey that has enlarged your heart. A journey that I will compare to the journey of the Israelites. You see, our first reading from the book of Numbers that was read for us, Numbers is one of the important books in the Pentateuch. It's called Numbers because the Israelites when they got to the promised land, they were stretched out and numbered. So that's why it's called the book of Numbers. In this reading, the people of Israel, they have been set free from slavery in Egypt. In Egypt, they were working 24/7, building bricks, and at the end, they would get some food to eat. Their whole identity was dependent on how much brick they were able to build. Work. That was their life. And they cried to God, please God, set us free from this kind of life. We don't want to be living a dead-end life. We are dead in our soul. We want to be set free. And God sent Moses to lead them out of slavery. And they have wandered in the desert for 40 days and nights. In their wandering, God was looking after them. God was taking them from a very different way of being to a whole new way of being human in the human world. God was expanding their heart. Something was enlarging in their heart. And yes, they grumbled. They complained. They waged just like us. And yet, God never stopped working in their life. God never stopped taking them on a journey that will change their lives forever. You see, our first reading came today, the point the Israelites were being fed by manna. They were being fed by God with manna. And they have been eating manna for quite a long time now. And they have become bored of eating manna. Manna is from the Greek word meaning, what is this? What is this? The first time the Israelites saw manna, they exclaimed, what is this? What it is? What is it? What it is. They were surprised of what this is about. And God was showing them, this is what it is about. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to lead you on a journey. And I need your heart to be open for that. I need your heart to be enlarged for that. I need this expansive nature of your heart, a posture of heart that is willing to grow, to learn, to be open to love. A heart willing for a new way of being in the world, to do away with the old ways. But at this point, they began to complain. They said to Moses, you see, how I wish we were back in Egypt. Yes, we were suffering, but at least we've got food to eat. Oh, do they have some melons to eat? Vegetables, onions, garlic, oh, some fish and meat to eat. Why are we here in the desert eating same thing every day? Have you ever found yourself wishing to go back to your old ways of being? And you know deeply in your heart that that old life didn't serve your soul. But at that time, it was predictable. And you have navigated your way on how to survive in such an old life. I want to live in sin. I want to let my addiction take over my life. I want to let pain reign in my life and destroy my peace. I want to let hate take control of everything I do because my heart has been broken. I want to hold on to grudges. I don't want to be open to a new way of being in the world, which could be forgiveness. No. Have you ever found yourself wishing to go back to the old ways? Because somehow it gives you a sense of superiority or importance, which I call a fake sense of superiority and importance. You hear yourself saying, oh, my old life, I would have messed up with them. I wish I used to live that way. I would have showed them whom they are messing with. But maybe God doesn't want you to go back to the old ways. Maybe God has already been into your future and God is calling you and saying, hey, come on, leave that old way. It doesn't serve your soul anymore. There is something new I'm doing in your life, and I want you to be a part of it. Come on, you're gonna leave the old way. There's a journey, something I'm calling you to, and it's gonna expand your life. It's gonna give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. It's gonna bring joy to your soul. It's gonna make you come alive again. Come on, there is a whole new way of life that I have in store for you. Are you able to be a part of it? The Israelites complained, and Moses couldn't take it anymore. He said to God, that's it. I've had enough. I can't take this anymore. This is too much to handle. These people are constantly complaining and whinging, and I can't take it anymore. And God said, okay, all right, I'm going to help you. I want you to appoint 70 elders, and I'm going to share some of the spirits I've put on you to these elders, so that they could help you, so that they could prophesy. And 70 elders were chosen among the people. Among these 70 elders, there were two people called Elder and Medad. They were chosen, and an appointed day was chosen, so that they could come for the ceremony, and the Spirit of God would descend upon them, so that they could prophesy like Moses. On that day, Elder and Medad didn't show up for the ceremony. They stayed back. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know. They're probably like chilling and drinking their, I don't know, whatever. They were at home, they didn't show up. But during the ceremony, when the Spirit was descending on the people who came for the ceremony, the Spirit of God descended on Elder and Medad wherever they were. And they began to prophesy just like every other person. And when Joshua saw this, he was not taking it. He got upset, really upset. So he went to Moses and said, stop them. Make them stop. They didn't show up for the ceremony. How can they receive the Spirit and begin to prophesy? That is not how it was. This is not how I have planned it. This is not how I have already set out to make things happen in my life. Have you ever found yourself saying words like that of Joshua? Oh God, they are not one of us. Make them stop. And Moses said to him, why are you jealous? Why are you jealous? If only the whole people of God would prophesy. How I wish every one of you would prophesy. That is one of the best lines in the Old Testament. How I wish all of you could prophesy. Why being so jealous? Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. Have you ever found yourself jealous before? I have. Does it make you feel great? Do you find yourself going, oh, I am so good and I'm feeling so great today because I am filled with jealousy? You never hear yourself say that. You don't come out in the morning and say, oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so envious right now. It is a parasite that eats deep into our soul and drains us of every joy and therefore drains us of life. Jealousy. Jealousy. St. Thomas Aquinas said that envy is an irrational anger towards the success of another. It's irrational. It makes you do so many crazy stuff, like Joshua did. Make them stop. Irrational. Yeah, we laugh about it. But gee, do we find ourselves doing similar things in our life? Acting out of irrational anger, fear. Oh, if I let them have their way, they're going to feel superior to me. And God is saying, I'm taking you to a new way of being. Live that way. Live it. If only all the people of God would prophesy. If only you could know the power in you to prophesy. I will put it that way. If only you could recognize the jewel that you carry, the treasure that you have, the power of God that has been poured into your heart. If only you know that you can prophesy. See, sometimes some of you see us as priests like, yeah, we are closer to God than you. And you say things like, oh, Father, I want you to pray because, I think God hears your prayer more than God hears my own prayer. Oh, if only you know the power that you carry. If only you know the Spirit that has been poured into your heart. If only you know that you can prophesy. The love of God has been poured in all our hearts. And God wants you to know, yes, you can do this. That's how the Spirit is hovering everywhere. You don't have control of the Spirit of God, and you cannot tell God who God will give His Spirit to. And sometimes we feel like we have to command God so that God will do our bidding. You are not God. Every one of them began to prophesy. Those who came to the ceremony and the two people who couldn't make it. Envy, jealousy will cause us to be plunged into the spirit of division. We are better than them, us against them. That's not the Spirit of God. And that's why Jesus shunned it when John came to him and said, oh, we saw two people casting out devils in your name, and we stopped them because they are not one of us. Jesus said, anyone who is not against us is for us. Why stop them? God is taking you on a journey that will expand your heart, and that means including others. That means seeing things in a whole new way. That means knowing that all of us have been begotten by God. And if God has begotten us, we have been begotten by love, because the love of God has been poured into our hearts. Yeah, you may be jealous of somebody, yes, but gee, has God blessed you, hasn't He? God has blessed us uniquely, giving each and every one of us something so unique and beautiful. And so when you look yourself in the mirror, you're going to have to stop comparing yourself to others. If only I have what they had. There's no room for jealousy in the heart of God. All of us have been loved by God, irrespective of anything we have done in the past. And God is so jealous of us because He loves us so much. So in that spirit, I want to conclude with a song. And I know many of you have been looking forward to this, but I see how it goes. This is a song that's This is a song that, you know, that spoke to my heart, and it has helped me in those moments when I think, oh, you know, I need to do this to deserve God's love in my life. Or maybe you're plunged into this abyss of jealousy or envy, and you're like wondering, oh, do I deserve God's love? Do I need to be somebody else? God says, no, I'm jealous of you because I love you. Love like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his wings of mercy. When all of a sudden I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how precious affections are for me. I know how he loves us, oh, how he loves us, how he loves us, oh. And he's so jealous of me. Love like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of its wings and mercy. When all of a sudden I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how precious affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us, oh, oh, how he loves us, how he loves us, oh. He loves us, oh, how he loves us, oh, how he loves us, oh, how he loves us. that you will fan into flame the gifts that you have been given. Do not go back to the old ways. Jesus said, if your eyes is going to cause you to sin, tear it out. If your leg is going to make you sin, cut it off. If your hand is going to make you sin, cut it out. It's not telling us to block out our eyes or cut off our legs and hands. He's asking us to abandon those old ways. They're not worth it. It's not worth you living in anger all your life. Depression, anxiety, living in grudges, unforgiveness. Leave those old things away and embrace new way of life. Because God is taking you on a journey, and God is drawing you to a whole new way of life that is going to change your life. And my prayer and hope is that you journey with God on this whole new way of being through Christ our Lord. Amen.